Africa. I'm Sean Maloney alongside me for the call on this one. Four-time World Series champion with New Zealand, Carl Tanana. And this looks a very even proposition.
No doubt, Shawnee, this New Zealand team really have been so composed throughout this tournament. That's something you attribute to South Africa, who a couple of times over the last couple of days have had to really dig deep to get the result, and that's something that you just can't take away from them. And these two teams already have battled a number of times some outstanding games.
But New Zealand have been superb from the outset. They haven't made a cup final in the USA since 2015. South Africa recent winners here back in 2017. And here's their weekend so far. That little slip, that near slip against Ireland last night. They ended up coming away with a draw well into injury time, which proved key, because if Ireland had have won that one, they would have finished top of the pool, and who knows where we'd be this late in the weekend as a result. Craig Evans in charge, and these two sides, our number 1 and number 2 seeds, have set a target for each of the other 14 teams on the circuit to chase down this series. Someone's going to have their record tarnished in just a moment. Will it be New Zealand or South Africa stepping ahead to face Fiji? Let's find out. Mugabe back up the middle. Oh, Werner Koch gets a hand on and brings it down there for Angelo Davids. Koch down for Angelo Davids, and it's a try for the Blitzbox.
When you talk about quick strikes, holy smokes, 14 seconds I think they took. What a start for the Blitzbocker. There's the competition in the air. There's the pickup from Angelo Davids, and this young kid, he is top shelf.
Conversion is wide right, and it stays South Africa 5, New Zealand 0. Angelo Davids, we've got Sylvan Davids when he's fit, Zane Davids. Speaking of Sylvan, here he is with a restart. Each of them so dangerous for South Africa. Oosthuizen giving chase down to Dixon. There's Oosthuizen on his back, just past his 22. Mugabe Black. New stub over to Mickelson. Revolvo looking for Mickelson on the return pass and can't hang on. It's in a touch, and a big result here for the green and gold.
Exactly what the Blitzbocker want to do. They'll kick long and then back their defense. Joe Revolvo, they know he'll ever go on the outside. Couldn't connect on the end to his co-captain Tim Mickelson. This is where they are just so dangerous at the set piece, South Africa.
Sylvan Davids. Oosthuizen on the fade. Good take. Down for Koch. Releases Sylvan Davids, drifting across the park now for Africa. Africa ducking under the tackle of Mulia. Koch rips that one. JC Pretorius with a match-winning try against the USA in their quarter-final. Good hands along the line for Africa. Lays it off here for the captain, Khan. 7 Khans. Spinning around and around the shoulders of Dixon. And Craig Evans says that's not coming out. We'll pack a scrum down.
Well, that's where New Zealand are so good at the breakdown area. South Africa hold on, but only just from their counter ruck. The ball was there or thereabouts, but a lot of questions being asked of the New Zealand defence at the moment by South Africa. What a confident start by them.
This has been such a hallmark of the matchups between these two sides this series, though. If we go back to Dubai, then Cape Town in the Cup finals, just bang, shot after shot after shot, and defence came through time and time again for both teams.
Oh, it has been brutal, no doubt about that, and here goes again.
New Zealand looking to hang on here and keep the difference at just 5, and we'll do it again.
The two war horses just close to us, Werner Koch and Tim Mickelson, have a bit of a smile there.
Quick reset, quick reset.
David Hasselhoff, who has upped the wardrobe.
He's amongst it, isn't he?
He's gone full. He's gone full off.
Set.
Who can forget seeing him sing the Baywatch theme tune of the Hong Kong South Stand a couple of years back? One of the great moments on the circuit. Now it is South Africa. Davids to Davids, and Revolvo spoils the party. Flings it back in field. That's brilliant from Joe Revolvo. Africa with a tackle, Koch in there trying to rip it away. Mulia. Mugabe Black for Mickelson now. Mickelson gets caught by Stephen Hans. New sub. Coming open. Tidy hands for Dixon here. Africa goes underneath. Nashu. Mulia. Mugabe Black looking at Mickelson. Revolvo patient, keeps his width and then loses a handle. Joe unimpressed with himself there, and it's a rare slip this weekend from Joe Revolvo, who has been strong all the way through.
There's the 1 and 2 as the series sits at the moment. And South Africa, because of that knock on, have the option to either have the line out or the scrum. Interesting to note that they've gone for the scrum to just create a little bit more space on the outside.
Scrum call. Scrum.
What I like about this call too from the captain,
No, lads.
Stephen Hans. He's been running these nice short lines, so as a defence you have to respect that. So it makes you jam in, so the options to come around and create space on the outside. So multiple threats here for South Africa.
Bind.
The last time these two sides met in that cup final in Cape Town, it was 7-5 full time. New Zealand getting up over the South Africans. This match has got an eerie similarity to that game pre-Christmas. New Zealand tidying up here through Mugabe Black. Malia looking to clear out, and South Africa get all over it.
The mark is good.
And they win the penalty. The captain, Stephen Hans, going quickly over down to Selvin Davids. Just shifting it a little wider to Pretorius. Pretorius one hand away for Oosthuizen. Oosthuizen seeing some space back the other direction. Was that lost? Yes, it was. More good New Zealand defence.
And from one of their best defenders well, and Sione Molia, there's a timely interjection from the co-captain. Read it beautifully. These two teams, the amount of tackles they have to make. South Africa, we know, that's a staple of their diet, their defence. New Zealand,
Crouch.
fourth on that list.
Bind.
Line breaks well. Two of the best.
Set.
You start with the feed.
Leave it 7, leave.
Malia swings from the back of that scrum, and now Mugabe Black forgets the seed, and it comes away for Angelo Davids, who's out. And after try number 2, mark him up.
Well, it looked like it was going to be another line break for New Zealand there. Mugabe Black with some good footwork. One of the South African defenders just got his hands amongst there. Oh, it was Davids ripping that out. And they play on to South Africa, and then Davids, he started this half with a bang, and he looks like he's going to finish it with a bang also.
Half time.
So Angelo Davids bookends the first 7 minutes of play with a couple of 5-pointers. South African fans are happy. The conversion is short, and at the break it is South Africa with one hand on a finals appearance against Fiji. Okay, we will know who faces Fiji in 7 minutes' time. They could not have been any better in their Cup semi-final win against Australia, and here's one of the stars of the show with Dallin Stanford a little earlier.
Well, Captain, that was some of the best sevens we've seen in a very long time. You guys are playing with such freedom.
Yeah, like the main thing for us is to win the ball. So when we win the ball, we can play our sevens game, Fijian seven style of game. So the message from the team, from our coach, was just to come out here and win the ball so we can play our own type of sevens game.
And Millie, tell us the difference between the first few tournaments and Sydney and now Los Angeles.
Yeah, for us, one of our rules of the team is to become a teachable team. So we learn every tournament. So our witnesses from the previous tournament, we made it here and start to make sure that we screw up some.
Well, all the best for the final, my friend.
Thank you.
Darren Lange already with his mind cast ahead to the final a little later tonight, up against either New Zealand or South Africa. Stephen Hans happy with proceedings for the moment. The USA will be going around now, third to last game not long from now. But who will be in the final game of the weekend? We know Fiji will be there. Who will be opposite them? Will it be South Africa? They are up by 10 here against New Zealand in our second Cup semi-final. Here's Sylvan Davids. Sylvan Davids tucking it late for Duplessis. Penalty going the way of the blitz box.
Let him go, let him go.
Africa. Sylvan Davids almost beating Revolvo, who just hangs on. Africa, Pretorius. Duplessis. Oosthuizen for Cook. Cook is in for the blitz box.
Well, Werner Koch in his 50th tournament, an important score for the Blitzbokker. Such an integral part of the South African team, especially now they've got such a young team. But look at this bit of skill from the kickoff. Werner Koch goes airtime. Look at that skill. That is absolutely brilliant from the former World Sevens player there to get that whole movement started. And the back end of it, you just need a guy like Werner Koch in your team.
$17-0. New Zealand shocked for the moment. Can they find a way to grab points and put themselves back into the contest? Mickelson straightens. His opposing captain puts him down. Hans with the stop. Nashu. Mugabe Black lends a hand. Isolated though, and the precision of South Africa's breakdown work has certainly lifted on day two.
Yeah, there's been a difference in this Cup semi-final, that's for sure. They're owning that area of the game at the moment. Multiple turnovers for them there. They've been solid on their own ball. New Zealand just can't get in the game at the moment. They've been so good at the breakdown, New Zealand turning it, counter-ruck or on their own. It's just hard to get any continuity on the offensive side of the ball. You don't get that rhythm going.
Black 2 and 8, lads, sub. 2 and 8. 2 and 8. Oh, sorry, blue. Nobody blue. Green 2.
In comes
sorry.
Chris Try. He was a late inclusion in the South African squad for this tournament.
Time's off.
Haven't seen a whole lot of him, have we? Neil Powell keeping him quite fresh throughout. He's really lent on Oosthuizen, Koch and Pretorius to carry most of the load.
Well, they have been pretty awesome, that combination. You have to say, those two young men with the old bull, Werner Koch. What a
say the gap, please.
Great place to be. You've got a guy like Chris Dry to bring off the bench.
Dry to the back, down for Davids. Kiliaranta. Hans. David's looking back to Cott, who very nearly gets away again. Now the little whippets in this South African team go about their work. Hans is one of. Goes out the back and just overread on the outside by JC Pretorius. So New Zealand given a reprieve. Can they take it away? 90 from home.
Well, this is the moment in the game that they really do need to strike. 3.5 minutes left in this game. That's a long time. That's enough time for this New Zealand team to get back in this one. No doubt about that. But this is an important throw for Rocky Lisoa right now.
Stay green.
Rockalasoa to Dixon. New stub. Round the corner they go. Rockalasoa gets clear as well. And then he takes it into contact. He had a runner free on the outside, took it on himself and now loses it. Here it is with Arendse. Arendse wears all of Sione Malia on that occasion and will come back for the ball that came loose
No issue there.
in the way of South Africa.
Well, it's a nice move from the line out to Rocky Lisoa, who threw the ball and wrapped all the way around, created the overlap. Caleb Clark was waiting, but Werner Cott come across and put a shot on the ribs of Rocky Lisoa just to stop that whole movement, because it was looking nice for the New Zealand team. The handling errors, look at that, 3-1 for New Zealand. And the visits to the 22. And they've been pretty efficient for South Africa.
Thank you. Come on.
Yes, good morning to those of you watching on
Crouch.
down in New Zealand via Sky Sports NZ. To those of you catching us via Supersport in South Africa as well, great to have you with us
Hold.
for the coverage of this, our Stop 5 on the HSBC Sevens World Series. In behind it goes from Dupree. Duplessis gives chase. Looking to get to the outside there of Clark, and it beats everybody in a touch.
It's not a bad call using that option, because New Zealand are only 18 metres away from their own try line, so this has to be accurate once again from the line out. Going to make New Zealand run all the way down if they're going to be able to score, so good tactics.
Rockalasoa can't find